Do you have a long list of things you would like to do, but you never actually get started? Are you unrealistic about time? Do you feel you have a series of obligations that you cannot meet? Do you procrastinate? If this sounds like you, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll break down how you can use insights from psychology to change things, how you can take simple actionable steps to transform your life, to move from procrastination to action, to turn ambition into reality. If you procrastinate and keep putting things off, you are not alone. Procrastination is a natural human tendency in day-to-day life. We are all procrastinating to a greater or lesser degree. Throughout history, there have been many examples when people who would be considered successful, who would be known for their creativity, accomplishments, and their contributions to humanity, were in fact in day-to-day life what would be considered a procrastinator. We have numerous examples of this. Did you know that Leonardo da Vinci took around 16 years to complete his work on the famous Mona Lisa painting? Several other examples are also known. And this tendency hasn't gone unnoticed. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, was acutely aware of this human tendency. He wrote, "Think of all the years passed by in which you said to yourself, 'I'll do it tomorrow,' and how the gods have again and again granted you periods of grace of which you have not availed yourself." Marcus Aurelius also said, "Do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing in your life." It's easier said than done. So how can we move from procrastination to specific actions? I'll lay out a very simple system that you can apply to change unproductive approach to doing things to a more productive approach and transform things. Over time, we learn unproductive and negative thinking, and we apply those thinking patterns to day-to-day activities, and this is the type of thinking that holds us back. We procrastinate because we've learned some unhelpful negative thinking patterns, and we need to rewire our brain to change our thinking, to move to more productive thinking pattern. I'll outline these thinking patterns and how we can reframe our thinking in the rest of the video. The first pattern is thinking in terms of I have to do something. I have to thinking is often associated with resistance. It feels like I have to do something, but I don't really want to. So when you have this kind of a thinking pattern, it holds you back, it stops you from taking action. Try to replace this with I choose to statement. So instead of saying I have to, always think in terms of I choose to, whether this is taking specific steps towards something you would like to accomplish, or choosing to not take those steps, delaying those steps. So always frame it in terms of I choose to. So I choose to take action, or I choose to delay action. Always reframe your thinking into I choose to statements. This approach will allow you to change your thinking from the position of a victim who is doing something that they don't want to do to a position of power where you choose to take a certain action or you choose to delay a certain action. So you take ownership over your choices in this case. The second thought pattern that is negative and holds us back from taking action is expressed in terms of I must finish this project, so I must finish type of thinking. These kind of statements are quite ambiguous. They don't have any certainty attached to them. You think in terms of something that needs to be completed at a certain point, but this is not very productive and it might feel a bit overwhelming. Replace I must finish statements with when can I start statement. When you start thinking in terms of when I can start taking action, that immediately shifts focus. You introduce certainty to your choices. So replace I must finish with when can I start statements. That's your second step to overcome negative thinking and move to a more productive approach. The third negative thought pattern that holds us back is framed in terms of seeing something as too big. For example, this project is so big. Some tasks you would like to take on, but it feels too daunting, too overwhelming. Change this thinking to I can take small steps. I can take a small step at a time. This will help break down something that feels too big into something that's manageable and actionable. So something that's insurmountable, something that's overwhelming turns into manageable daily simple tasks. You can start with simple tasks that you perhaps find enjoyable, things that can be done very easily. Start with things that are simple and easy, and each of those things will get you closer to what you want to accomplish. Big projects will no longer be seen as too big. Every little helps in this regard. The fourth and final negative thinking pattern that I would like to address today is saying that I don't have time to take rest. I don't have time to take a break. And this kind of thinking stops us from enjoying simple things that are part of our life, things that we would be normally doing. For example, if you have a deadline coming up and you say, oh, I cannot spend time with my family and friends because I'm working on the deadline this weekend, you just take your time away from all the enjoyment, all the simple things that you would normally be doing. This stops you from being productive. This also fills you with resentment because the task that you are working on feels like something that is leading to deprivation and isolation. Replace this thinking pattern, I do not have time to take a break, with I must take time to rest and reset. And this will allow you to recharge, find enjoyment, and bring rewards to your daily activities. And this will get you one step closer to accomplishing your bigger project. So make sure you have guilt-free play factored in and planned as part of your work or your project. That's all for today. These are 4 simple steps, 4 simple changes you can make to how you think about things that will get you closer to turning your ambitions into reality. Hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like me to make more videos, more content on this topic, be sure to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.